Right now, we will take a look at our tail of the tape, brought to you by Bud Light. Here we go as we look at the stats for these two fighters right now. Age exactly the same, height exactly the same, weight pretty much the same. Paul Crawford has that 4-inch reach advantage. Will he be successful in his pro debut? We'll find out in just a little bit as we send it to cage announcer Britt Talbert to get the action started.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight again is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the Front Street Fights lightweight division and is brought to you by Jack Daniels. Remember, live freely, drink responsibly. Let's meet our combatants. First, fighting out of the blue corner to my right, standing in at 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds, with a record of 4 victories against 6 defeats. He's visiting us from Spokane, Washington, representing Warrior Camp. I give you Jacob the Phoenix Hauck. His opponent, fighting out of the red corner to my left, also standing in at 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. He is making his professional MMA debut with us tonight from Boise, Idaho, representing Combat Fitness, SPG Idaho. I give you Paul Ferocious Crawford. Our referee in charge of the action once begins is Roland Day.
Paul Ferocious Crawford struggled in his amateur career, as you well know, looking for a successful one in his pro debut. My guess is Paul's going to want to finish this quick, fast, and early.
You know, I said before when I was calling his fights with you, he just needs some patience. He's got all the skills, he just needs a little bit of patience.
Paul making a lot of changes in his fighting career over the last 6 or 7 months, of course, was for a long time with No Excuse MMA. Last fight went independent. Now he trains with Combat Fitness Straight Blast Gym, which, as you know, one of the big things, if you look back at his losses, arm in guillotine, choke, triangle choke, his ground game was probably the weakest part of his game.
Yeah, you know, a lot of those losses happened because, like we said before, you know, he was rushing in too much, and he was winning those fights, most of them, and then, you know, he just made a little mistake, you know. So I can already tell that he's already got a lot of patience.
And the strength of Paul Crawford showing again. We've seen that time and time again, able to get Jacob Hauck to the ground, but again, mistakes as we've seen. Jacob Hauck able to get back down and slow the quick onslaught by Paul Crawford.
You know, Paul did a really nice takedown off of choke defense. Now he's giving him his back. He needs to get up and explode out of there. So what happened was he did that, and then he got ankle picked.
Oh, Jacob Hauck going in. We've seen this happen to him before. Is he going to tap? He's tapping! The mistake rears its ugly head again. Just 1 minute and 29 seconds into his pro debut, Jacob Hauck is the one that comes out successful. We were talking about it, Mitch. Unfortunately, those mistakes, giving up the wrong positions, just cost Paul Crawford his pro debut.
You hate to see that because he's got so much talent, but just when he did that choke defense slam, if he would have just circled away, he needs to either engage or circle out. And what happened, he's got ankle picked and the tides shifted.
As we take a look at the Project Filter replay, brought to you by Project Filter. You decide when, we'll show you how. Visit projectfilter.org. Here's the early strength we saw from Paul Crawford, able to get Jacob Hauck down to the ground there.
He was doing really good here.
And this is the one you were talking about.
And see, he didn't engage. He just kind of watched it and got, see, there you go. And then that was what shifted the tides.
And here again is, unfortunately, we've seen this time and time again with Paul Crawford. Arguably a fight he looked at points he was winning, makes one mistake, gives up, you know, that position, the back position to Jacob Hauck, and has to tap, unfortunately, for another loss.
You know, hats off to Jacob. You know, it got a little wonky for him, and he got a little crossways, and he fought out of it and got the win. So, you know, as much as we're disappointed to see that Paul, you know, lost, you know, Jacob, that was a great fight for him. Good showing.
Well, we are going to make this one official. We are going to send it inside of the cage for the official results with cage announcer Britt Talbert. Britt?
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner. At 127 of the first round, we're going to tap out via rear naked choke for our winner, fighting out of the blue corner, Jacob the Phoenix Hauck. Jacob, we're going to have a couple of words with you here. We've got a gift bag here from our friends at bodybuilding.com. Coming up here, Jacob, you traveled down here from Spokane, not quite sure. I don't know what you knew about the promotion, but how did it treat you outside of the win tonight?
Couldn't have a better promotion. Couldn't have a better opponent. I'm just happy. It's my first win in almost 4 years. So a little emotional. Thought about quitting a few times, quite a few times, and it's just not in me. It's not in me. Great guy I fought. I gotta thank Warrior Camp. Gotta thank friends, family, my kids, Libby and Jackson. Go to bed. That's it, guys. Sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, an emotional Jacob Hauck. 4 years it took about taking off the fight. He got back in it. Your winner tonight, Jacob the Phoenix Hauck.